Sports Roundup, Shedeur Sanders promoted, Eagles in trouble. Also, Aya Wilson enters the GOAT conversation after Aces take WNBA title. Finally, after months of tortured speculation and a grueling, winding, and circuitous process, former collegiate superstar Shedeur Sanders is on the verge of seeing his first NFL action. On Friday, October 10, Cleveland Browns head coach Mike Stefanski announced that Sanders, the son of all-time legend Deion Sanders, has been promoted to QB2, which means he's the second-string quarterback. Sanders will back up the starter Dillon Gabriel when the Browns play at Pittsburgh on Sunday, October 12. As the Speakeasy Sports podcast points out, the trade of quarterback Joe Flacco across the Buckeye State to the Cincinnati Bengals sparked furious speculation about the role that Sanders would now play for the Browns. At one point this past summer, Sanders was a fourth-string QB with little to no hope of getting on the field this year. But then the Browns traded Kenny Pickett, where he now backs up Geno Smith. Subsequently, Sanders has moved up to third. And now with Flacco's trade, the Browns are going with their two rookies as the centerpiece of the long-suffering franchise. Are the Aces a dynasty? And is Aya Wilson the GOAT? The Las Vegas Aces have created a formidable dynasty in the 202s as they've won their third WNBA championship in 4 years. The Aces defeated the Phoenix Mercury 97-86 behind Aya Wilson's 31 points, 9 rebounds and 4 assists. Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray, who were with Wilson for their first 2 championships, poured in 18 points apiece. Jewel Lloyd added 12 points as the Aces completed the sweep of the Mercury, 4-0. Furthermore, megastar Wilson put a spectacular finish to another remarkable season. Wilson is already the MVP and DPOY in 2025. She also won the scoring title and the block shots title, and she led the league in efficiency. With another title win and the Finals MVP, there is a lot of chatter among sports pundits that Wilson is making a strong case as the GOAT, greatest of all time. Philadelphia Eagles deemed to be in deep trouble. The Philadelphia Eagles are in trouble as a result of a combination of severe offensive struggles, a slumping defense, and poor coaching. Their offense has been inconsistent, ranking low in efficiency and converting fewer third downs, while the defense has shown poor tackling and missed coverages. This has resulted in back-to-back losses and concern from fans and analysts about the team's Jekyll and Hyde performance this season. According to NFL.com and StatMuse.com, the Eagles has been a disaster for the past 3 weeks, despite the fact the Eagles were 4-0. Despite the unblemished record, there was loud whispers of discontent with star wide receiver A.J. Brown, who was not getting very man passes. Now that the Eagles have dropped their past 2 games to now stand at 4-2, those whispers have now morphed into deafening roars of offensive stagnancy. The Eagles have dropped to 29th in the league in total offense, 275.5 yards per game, and have a putrid passing game, 28th in the NFL at 179.2 yards per game. Despite boasting one of the top receivers in the league in A.J. Brown, who is having one of the worst years of his career. Held to just 1 touchdown on 45 targets, Brown has just 1 game this season where he went over 100-plus yards receiving, 109 against the Los Angeles Rams. Other big NFL matchups. Meanwhile, the big NFL games for Sunday, October 12th, include the Seahawks vs. the resurgent Jaguars, the 49ers vs. the rising Buccaneers, the Lions vs. the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, and the Broncos vs. the Jets in London. These games feature strong teams with playoff implications in the early parts of the season. The NFL's Week 6 storylines are turning into a roller coaster, full of promise, pressure, and pure unpredictability. From Cleveland to Philadelphia, the winds of change are blowing strong, and nowhere are they felt more deeply than in the quarterback rooms and locker rooms of 2 franchises heading in very different directions. This week's biggest headline? Shedeur Sanders, the rookie sensation who's been climbing the Cleveland Browns depth chart with quiet confidence and unmistakable swagger, has officially been promoted to the backup quarterback role. Meanwhile, on the other end of the NFL spectrum, the Philadelphia Eagles, once considered near invincible, are looking more fragile than they've been in years. Injuries, defensive lapses, and locker room tension have left the reigning NFC powerhouse in a state of mild panic. Let's dive into both stories, one about a young star on the rise, and another about a Super Bowl contender on the brink of a breakdown. Shedeur Sanders, from talked about to trusted. When the Cleveland Browns selected Shedeur Sanders, son of NFL legend Deion "Prime Time" Sanders, The pick was met with excitement and skepticism in equal measure. Could the young quarterback from Colorado really transition from college flash to NFL grind? Could he handle the weight of expectations that come with his last name and the bright lights of professional football? Over the past few months, Sanders has done more than just answer those questions. He's rewritten them. With his promotion to backup quarterback behind rookie starter Dillon Gabriel, Sanders' journey has taken a major step forward. Once viewed as a developmental prospect, he's now one play away from leading an NFL offense. The Browns' decision came after a string of solid practices and growing maturity from Sanders, who's earned praise for his poise and command of the playbook. Insiders describe him as laser-focused and ready for the moment. Reports from Berea say that Sanders has taken extra reps after practice, studying film deep into the night and building chemistry with receivers who might soon be his targets in live action. "Shedeur's not just out there learning," said one Browns coach anonymously. "He's competing. Every day, you can see the confidence growing. He doesn't want to be a backup forever. He wants to be the guy." For now, though, the young QB's promotion symbolizes something bigger: trust. The Browns are entrusting Sanders with a role that demands readiness, mental toughness, and leadership. And if anything happens to Gabriel, Cleveland fans could soon get a glimpse of primetime's heir taking snaps under the bright lights of an AFC North battlefield. Imagine this: Sanders trotting out against the Steelers in the fourth quarter, with the dog pound roaring and the season hanging in the balance. It's the kind of stage he's always dreamed of, and the kind his father once owned. Eagles in trouble, cracks in the green machine. While the Browns are buzzing with optimism, the Philadelphia Eagles are sounding alarms. Just 2 seasons removed from a Super Bowl appearance, the Eagles entered 2025 as one of the league's most complete teams on paper. But paper doesn't play football, and what's been unfolding on the field is far from championship form. The problems start at the top. Quarterback Jalen Hurts hasn't looked like his MVP-caliber self. A nagging shoulder injury and inconsistent offensive line play have led to turnovers, missed throws, and visible frustration. But the bigger concern might be the defense, once a menacing unit built on speed and depth, now showing glaring weaknesses. The secondary has struggled against elite receivers, and opposing offenses have learned that a little motion and misdirection can send the Eagles' linebackers spinning in circles.